Los Police calling all cars, attention all cars, broadcast 27, a robbery. Suspect driving a black five-window Ford Coupe. License number unknown. It's the same pair that's been working in the Yorkshire District for several months. Up and at 'em, that's all. Over some cliff.
Ladies and gentlemen, the process by which Rio Grande cracked gasoline is made is a very costly one. The giant stills necessary for this process cost many thousands of dollars. But Rio Grande is willing to go to this extra cost to give you a better gasoline. Company engineers have found that cracking produces a gasoline that averages 10 points higher in natural anti-knock than gasoline which is not cracked. To further increase the efficiency of Rio Grande cracked gasoline, tetraethyl lead is added. As a result, if you live anywhere in the great Southwest where Rio Grande cracked is sold, you can get for your car at no extra cost the gasoline that powers more police cars, fire engines, motorcycles, and ambulances than all other brands combined. To get even better performance from your car during these hot days, why not try famous Sinclair Opaline motor oil? The extra refining processes through which this fine oil is put gives it longer life and greater heat resistance. Sinclair Opaline is sold only in extra measure tamper-proof cans, yet costs you but 25 cents per quart, no more than ordinary oil sold in the old-fashioned way. And now, presenting once more the man whose public-spirited cooperation makes these broadcasts possible, Chief James E. Davis.
Good evening, friends. There was a time in the history of our law enforcement agencies when investigations of crimes and criminals depended entirely upon the not always accurate memories of old-timers. Criminal types were in those days mentally classified. It was necessary for police departments to be made up of men who specialized in the investigation of particular types of crimes and criminals. And because of this obviously faulty system, many criminals were unpunished. There was no one to identify their peculiarities and definitely connect them with crimes committed. Today, however, the modern police department has a Bureau of Identification, the files of which are filled with statistics, records, fingerprints, and other similar valuable clues, ready and available for use by not only specialists, but every policeman and woman protecting your life and your property. The Los Angeles Police Department is internationally recognized as a pioneer in this field. The story I bring you this evening might have been woven around the members of your own household, for it portrays the operation of a gang of dinner party bandits who ruthlessly disrupted the sanctity of many homes. If it were not for the record department, which makes possible a quick classification of these criminals and their peculiar type of crime, they might have escaped and might still be terrorizing our community. Professor Lindsley will go on with the story.
Our story tonight begins more than 4 years ago when Elmer Lawrence, a middle-aged businessman turned bootlegger, has a conversation with Carl Walkley, a young friend of his.
I like you, Carl, and I want to make a proposition to you.
Well, I'm always open to propositions, Elmer, so long as there's something in it for me.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty in it for you, all right.
Well, go ahead. Shoot. What's on your mind?
Easy money.
Sounds good. How do we get it?
Robbery.
Second story work?
No. That's old-time stuff. Why do you know the police department has eliminated their second-story files entirely?
What do you mean? Aren't there any burglaries anymore?
Oh, sure. But there are mighty few two-story houses.
Oh, I get it. We just break in the side windows of bungalows.
No. Nothing as crude as breaking in. We're admitted by the maid or the butler.
Say, what are you talking about?
It's a fact. The simplest way in the world to pull a job. You get cooperation from the entire family.
Well, let's hear how it's done.
First, I want to know if you're interested. I've worked with a lot of partners in the past, and they've always been washouts. But I like you, and I think we can work well together.
Well, I do, too. Now, how's it done?
Well, it's like taking candy from a baby. First, we get the lowdown.
It's a beautiful place, Mrs. Thompson.
Yes, they look very tender.
It's a treat to see you down here, Mum. We don't get a chance to serve you personally very often.
Well, I'm quite busy.
I see.
Club work and then my charities, you know.
Oh,
When I'm having fancy dinner, I like to shop for myself.
having quite a party, are you?
No, just a few special friends.
Well, if they don't think this is the finest steak they ever tasted, you tell me about it.
Oh, indeed I will, Mr. Harris.
Let me see now. That'll be $2.80.
Let me see. 280. Here you are.
Thank you, Mrs. Thompson.
Here, Johnson, carry these to the car.
Get that. She's our customer.
What'll it be, gentlemen?
Oh, give me a pound of hamburger for the dog.
Yes, sir.
Oh, did you see those diamonds she was wearing? Having a party for a few friends. That's just where we want to be. And she shops with her chauffeur. That sounds like so, too.
She must have about $2,000 in ice on her right now.
Just about. Say, while I'm paying off this butcher, follow her out and get the license number of a car, will you?
What for?
So we can trace her address.
Oh, I see.
I guess this is the place. All the cars outside.
Yeah, that's the number, all right.
Pull up here. What time is it?
7:10.
Good. There ought to be a dinner now. Let's go. Hey, not up the front walk. We go around the back.
Swell cars out there. A Pierce Arrow, 2 Cadillacs, and a Rolls. Well, there ought to be some dough here.
Yep, looks pretty good. There's the dining room window. Good. We're all eating.
Hey, will you look at those stones on that fat dame?
Yeah, she's got about $2,000 in the bazoom.
What's the idea of knocking them over at dinner time? There might be more guests later in the evening.
Yeah, but you see, when you walk in while they're at dinner, the chances are everybody in the house is at the table. And you don't run the risk of anyone upstairs calling the cops. And, boy, if there's one thing I don't want is to get pinched. I don't want any flat-foot dick beating my brains out.
Yeah, well, I agree with you there.
Never mind. Here's the kitchen door. Let's see. Here. Just a maid in there. That's fine. Now get your gun out and follow me.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want?
Keep quiet. Quiet, I said. If you don't make any noise, nothing will happen to you.
Oh, mister, please don't shoot that gun. Please don't.
If you don't make any noise, I won't.
All right, I do anything you say. All right, I do anything you say. I'd be good.
That's sensible. Now, you walk ahead of us and lead us into the dining room.
All right, you come. All right, you come. All right, you come this way.
And remember, I've got...
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 This way.
And remember, I've got this gun pointed right at your back. 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 Feel it? Quiet. Now lead the way. Now lead the way. Now lead the way.
I beg your pardon, madam, but some gentlemen...
Why, Hilda, what is the meaning of this? Who are these men?
I apologize, Mrs. Thompson, for interrupting your dinner.
Why, how dare you? Get out of my house at once.
We will leave as soon as we get what we came for. You will observe I am armed. There's no cause for alarm. We don't intend to harm anyone.
Oh!
Look here, man. My wife's fainted. I regret very much that I frightened her.
Oh, Hilda, go upstairs and get my smelling salts.
Don't move, Hilda. The lady will recover in a moment, I'm sure. In the meantime, no one is to leave the table. Now, let's get down to business. You're wasting my time, and I'm sure I'm wasting yours. So if you'll all kindly place your jewelry, watches, and other valuables on the table before you.
See here, you can't get away with this.
I can and I will. Although, as I said before, I don't wish to do anyone harm. And if one of you were to be foolish enough not to cooperate, I might be forced to use this gun. And I assure you it is loaded. So would you like proof?
Oh, no, please.
Very well. Now, if you'll just dump your valuables on the table, and you pick them up, Carl.
Right.
Oh, the pocketbook, too, sir. Please don't hold back. You see, I rely on the honesty of you ladies and gentlemen. I should hate to subject you to the indignity of searching your person.
Oh, and that other ring, too, Mrs. Thompson.
Oh, that's my wedding ring. Oh, please let me keep it.
Let me see. You have lovely hands, Mrs. Thompson.
Why, how... Oh, thank you.
6 diamonds set in platinum. You're asking quite a bit when you ask to keep such a splendid piece as this. I'm afraid that I would have to...
Oh, no. It hasn't been off my finger since I was married.
Do you love your husband, Mrs. Thompson?
Why, certainly I do.
How long have you been married?
5 years.
And you still love your husband?
Why, yes. Why, of course I do.
Well, you may keep the ring, Mrs. Thompson. And may you never take it off your finger for 45 more years.
Oh, why, thank you.
Got everything else, Carl?
Yeah.
Fine. Well, thank you very much, my friend. And once more, Mrs. Thompson, may I apologize for the intrusion? Now, although we came in by the back door, we will leave by the front. It would be not wise for any of you to go near that door for at least 5 minutes after we have left. Good night. And once more, many thanks. Come on, Carl.
Well, never in my life have I been held up so gracefully.
Good day, Mr. Lawrence.
Hello, Harmon. I want you to meet Carl Walkley, my partner.
Another partner, Mr. Lawrence?
Yeah, but this one's going to stay. How about it, Carl?
Yeah, that's right, if Herman gives us any sort of a deal.
Oh, you can count on Herman. We've been doing their business for some time.
Yeah, and we've been both making money, huh, Mr. Lawrence?
Right.
What have you here for me today?
Some pretty nice stuff. Say, nobody will disturb us, will they?
Nine. My girl is out for the lunch, all right?
Good. Take a look at this.
What beautiful stones.
Not bad, huh?
No, let me see here. But I've seen this stone here before.
Which one?
The center diamond in this brooch. I bought that from Hunky Davis 2 years ago.
Yeah?
Well, so Mrs. Thompson isn't above buying hot stuff, eh?
She probably didn't even know it.
Well, when Hunky bought it in, it was in the ring. Poor Hunky. He was a great artist in his line. But the police got him for a night. He made the mistake of running in the opposite direction when he was told to stop.
Those wolves. Boy, I'm telling you, they don't give you a break. That's the one thing that scares me, getting picked up. I don't want any big flatfoot beating me over the head with a piece of rubber hose.
Nine, but in your Selma, You have got to be prepared always to taking the rap.
The way Carl and I work, we've got better than an even chance of never being picked up. We use gloves, so there are no fingerprints. Yeah. And we always hide our faces behind our lapels, so we won't be recognized.
Yeah, Elmer's got a pretty good system, Herman. Looks like we ought to clean up.
Well, that's all pays with me, boys. The more business you do, the more there's in it for me.
I tell you, it's an outrage, Martha. Why, it's getting so you can't sit down to dinner in your own home and be sure that these hoodlums aren't going to interrupt your meal with a holdup.
I know it. Just think. 3 robberies right in the neighborhood in the last week. Pass me the asparagus, will you, dear? Thanks.
Well, I'll tell you this. If they ever dare to come in here, I'll get, they'll get the sort of reception they don't expect.
What do you mean?
I brought my revolver downstairs, and it's right in the desk in the living room now.
Oh, Henry, you wouldn't shoot them, would you?
I certainly would, and shoot to kill. You forget, my dear, that I come from a frontier family. My grandfather knew how to handle such things, and so do I. I'm prepared for them. They can't scare me.
What was that?
Oh, nothing. The cat, probably. You know, Martha, men of the type of these so-called dinner party bandits have no courage. They're little rats. They're wrong and we are right. And right makes wrong and we are right. And right makes right, you know. There's no doubt about it.
Henry, I hear someone in the kitchen. Listen.
I don't hear anything.
I'm sure that someone's out there. Go see, will you?
What?
Go see who's in the kitchen.
Now, my dear, I am sure you're imagining things. There's no necessity of my going out there, and besides, I haven't finished my dinner yet, and...
Good evening.
What? Who are you?
No move, please. This is a holdup.
Oh!
Please don't shoot that gun. Please.
No. Don't get excited. Don't worry about it. Just do as I tell you. Carl, take a look around upstairs.
Okay.
Hurry up, Carl. We don't want these people's dinners to get cold.
Oh, you have a nerve breaking into a person's house like this.
Oh, Martha, don't antagonize the man.
Antagonize him? If he didn't have that gun in his hand, I'd do worse than that.
Martha, be quiet.
Not have any arguments, my friend.
Oh, what is it you want? Please take it and go.
Just as soon as possible. Now, if you kindly hand over your pocketbook, sir, and that wristwatch. Here. And you, ma'am, I'd like your wristwatch, too. And, that diamond ring. Thank you. My, that's a beauty. Now, have you given me everything?
Yes, all I have. But there's some silverware there. Take that. Take anything, but please get out of here with that gun.
Well, thank you, but the silver is too bulky to carry.
Well, I got some more jewelry upstairs and a couple of fur coats.
Okay, let's go. Good night, my friends, and many thanks.
Well, Henry.
The idea. The very idea. It's an outrage. That's what it is. I'll stop them. I'll get my gun.
Oh, yes, do, Henry, now that they're safely out of reach. For the descendant of a frontier family.
What the devil you take those fur coats for?
Well, gee, Elmer, they're worth something.
Listen, I've told you half a dozen times they're no good. There's too much trouble to get rid of them. And still you insist on lifting them every job we pull. Now throw them out of the car.
Oh, Elmer.
Go ahead, dump them over. It's good and dark here.
Okay. Now, there goes this swell caracal and the fox neck piece. Say, Elmer, can't I keep this mink for my girl?
Well, all right, but for Pete's sake, don't snatch any more furs.
All right, Elmer.
Here's a watch that's no good.
What's the matter with it?
It's got initials on it. I don't want to handle anything that can be identified. Throw it out.
All right. It seems as if we throw away more stuff than we keep.
No, don't worry, pal. We didn't do so badly. That diamond I got from the dame will bring us over $1,000.
You kill me, Elmer, the way you put on the ritz for the customers and then talk my language when we're alone.
Such are the operations of the dinner party bandits. Their modus operandi is always the same. During the 4 years that they operate, they become well known to scores of wealthy residents of Beverly Hills, San Marino, Hollywood, Long Beach, and the Wilshire District, as they relieve private citizens of nearly $250,000 in valuables and cash in 80 separate robberies. Among the victims are many prominent people, including Navy officers, the ex-chief of police of Long Beach, Mr. and Mrs. Clifford Deakins of Beverly Hills, and many others. Police of 5 Southern California cities intensify their efforts to apprehend the men. But the care with which they perform their raids makes identification next to an impossibility. Dozens of victims scan the mug books of the police department, but with no success. For neither of the dinner party bandits has ever been in custody. 25 suspects are arrested at various times, but have to be released for lack of identification or sufficient evidence. A man in Long Beach is arrested for the robberies, but the dinner party bandits continue to operate. And then, just after New Year's, a resident of the Wilshire District, returning home late one night, scares the bandits away before they have a chance to make a haul. He telephones the description to the police, and Captain McCaleb, head of the Detective Bureau at Wilshire Station, calls his men in for a conference.
Well, boys, at last I've got a description of our big headache.
What do you mean, the dinner party bandits?
Yeah, well, it may be a wild goose chase, but I want you to run it down. Last night, a man over on Rimpo surprised 2 bandits in his house. They were frightened and they ran out. Number 1 wore a tan overcoat and number 2 gray overcoat. That tallies with the description given by other recent victims. Now, these 2 suspects drove off in a black 5-window Ford coupe.
Still isn't much to go on, Captain.
Well, I know it, Ferguson, but I want you boys to go after it. I'm going to ask you to work harder than you ever did before. I want you to go out in pairs, patrol the district in your own car. Cruise around them. You pick up a 5-window black Ford coupe. I'm asking you to spend your own time on this case, but I think that you all agree that we want to clear it up once and for all. That's right, Captain. Will you do it then?
Let's do it.
For days, the detective force at the Wilshire Station puts in long hours overtime, cruising their district, searching for the wanted bandits. Then on the afternoon of February the 1st, at the corner of 4th and Kenmore, Detectives Parker and Perry discover a car answering the description of the bandit's vehicle. As they approach it, they find a middle-aged man and a youth working on the radio under the dashboard.
Los Angeles Police calling car 71, car 71, the corner of Pico and Western. A disturbance. Seems to work all right now.
Yeah.
Convenient to have a police radio in your car, isn't it?
What? I didn't see you standing there.
Didn't suppose you did. We want to talk to you.
Who are you?
Police officer. You're under arrest.
What for?
Suspicion of robbery.
Oh, there must be some mistake. Why, my name is Reynolds, David Reynolds. I'm a retired rancher. I've never robbed anyone.
Well, if you're okay, of course, we don't want to bother you.
Well, I certainly am okay.
You won't mind if we search your car?
What for?
Guns.
No, go ahead.
Take a look in the rumble seat, Henry.
Right. You see? I haven't any guns.
No, I can't find any.
But I found something pretty interesting.
What's that, Henry?
A couple of coats answering the description of those worn by the men we're looking for. Here, look at them.
Yeah, you're right. Well, I guess you guys are going along to the station with us.
While Parker and Perry question Lawrence at the police station, Detectives Bergeron and Clark ride around with Lawrence's friend, George.
Now, George, you can save us all a lot of time and trouble by taking us to the house of Lawrence's partner.
I don't know where he lives.
Now, listen, we know who he is. It's only a matter of time until we bring him in.
Oh, go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
Well, that's no kind of an attitude to take.
Well, I'm not going to squawk on a friend, see?
You're doing yourself a lot of harm, George. If you persist in this attitude, you may get into serious trouble.
Yeah? What do you mean?
You're withholding from the police important information, which, as a citizen, you should be willing to give.
We haven't anything on you. We know you're not mixed up in this. But we do know who Lawrence's partner is, and we want you to take us to him.
Yeah? Well, I don't want to be a heel.
You're not being a heel in helping us. We know who he is anyway.
Oh, well, all right then. I'll show you where he lives. Fine, that's more like it. Which way? Turn left, the next block. That's it. The white apartment house in the middle of the block.
Fine. Pull in behind this red coupe car.
That's his car, I think.
Swell. Say, the motor's running in that car.
All set for a getaway, eh? Say, here he comes out of the apartment house now.
Okay, let's take it.
You're under arrest, mister.
Oh, so you caught up with me, eh? Well, that's the top.
Still afraid, were you?
Yeah. I saw you pinch my pal, so I figured I'm leaving town. I just dropped by for some things, and I was going to fix up a mouthpiece for Elmer and take it on the lam. You boys beat me to it.
Yeah, we have a habit of doing that.
Oh, well, you can't win a pot on every hand. Come on, let's go.
Fully aided by the suave and self-possessed bandits, the police are enabled to trace much of the stolen property through an elaborate system of fences to ultimate purchases in all parts of the country. Lawrence and Walkley readily confess to their long string of robberies and furnish the police with minute details of each job. They are quite philosophical about it.
Well, we've had a lot of fun these last 4 years. Now, I guess it's time for you boys to have your fun.
Well, I can tell you this, Lawrence. You know, we're mighty glad to get you two. We used to call you our headache around here.
Yeah, I can imagine. We sure had you guys guessing for a long time.
Yeah, but you know, you can't play your game and win forever.
Sure, we realize that. But it was fun while it lasted.
Oh, and say, Captain, there's one matter Elmer and I want you to fix up.
Well, what's that?
Well, we found out that you're holding some poor guy over at the county jail for some Long Beach jobs. And we pulled every one he's accused of.
Oh.
Just a case of mistaken identity. You'll let him go, won't you?
Well, sure we will. But he's innocent.
Oh, he's innocent, all right. And Carl and I don't want to see anyone else taking the rap for us.
Oh, okay. I'll take it up right away. Say, I want to thank you, boys, for the way that you've worked with us.
It's okay, Captain. You know, Carl and I had a horror of being arrested. We figured you bulls were all blackjack swinging bums. Well, we're wrong. We want you to know we appreciate the square deal we got from you.
Well, thanks, boys. You know, it isn't very often that I hear a speech like that in my line of work.
Well, Captain, they used to say it was a pleasure to be held up by us. Well, I might change that a bit and say the same thing to you. It's a pleasure to be arrested by you.
Lawrence and Walkley both pled guilty. They were tried before Judge Durand, and on April 5th, both were sentenced to San Quentin for from 14 years to life on 2 counts of first-degree robbery. These 2 men represent a type of criminal that is relatively rare. They were almost fictional characters in their gallantry and suavity. They were not vicious, but nevertheless they were enemies of society. They assumed that they could take from others and give nothing in return. They broke the law. And although it took many men 4 years to catch them, they finally were forced to pay the penalty for their misdemeanors. They finally helped prove once again the mighty truth. Crime does not pay.
Thank you, Chief Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, for police car performance, use Rio Grande cracked gasoline with tetraethyl. Now, you have heard us make this statement many, many times. But have you ever stopped to think how important it really is? As one example, do you realize that in Los Angeles, the average police radio car travels 216 miles per day, or 78,840 miles per year? These miles are traveled under all sorts of conditions. These cars must be ready to start on a moment's notice. They must be able to travel at high speed or cruise along slowly but surely. These requirements give you an idea of the job that must be done by the gasoline selected. That is why we are so proud of the fact that in the great Southwest, where Rio Grande cracked is sold, more police cars, fire engines, ambulances, motorcycles, and other emergency equipment use Rio Grande cracked than all other brands combined. And that is why we say, for police car performance, use Rio Grande cracked with tetraethyl.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars. Attention all cars. Cancellation broadcast 27. Suspect in the Wilshire District robbery is now in custody. That's all. Rolls and push.
Calling All Cars is written and produced by William N. Robeson. This is Frederick Lindsley saying good night for the Rio Grande Oil Company.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars. Attention all cars. A hold-up of a United States mail truck at 3rd Street and Traction Avenue. Suspects escaped in a large black touring car, license unknown. That's all. Rolls and push.
Ladies and gentlemen, many people ask us where we get the name cracked for Rio Grande's great gasoline. Here's the answer. This name is derived from the up-to-the-minute refining method known as cracking. In cracking, the crude oil is subjected to terrific heat and pressure. The result is a gasoline which averages 10 points higher in anti-knock than those which are not cracked. To this gasoline is added tetraethyl. As a result, you can buy Rio Grande cracked with tetraethyl, the gasoline which powers more police cars, fire engines, and other emergency equipment in the great Southwest than all other brands combined. It is now our privilege to introduce the man through whose civic-minded cooperation calling all cars is made possible. Chief James E. Davis of the Los Angeles Police Department. Chief Davis.
Scotland Yard has been internationally publicized as a law enforcement agency which has never lost a case brought to it for investigation. This great branch of English government reaches across the face of the earth to bring to certain justice thousands who perpetrate crimes against the Crown. In Canada, the Northwest Mounted Police has established a world-renowned reputation, the ideal of every imaginative youth, that of always getting their man. Few people know that the Los Angeles Police Department and the departments of the United States are equally as efficient and equally as successful in the pursuit of criminals. Due to public lethargy, lack of public interest, and limited means of publicity and propaganda, the police departments of this nation have been unable to establish themselves as a united peacetime army whose tenaciousness in the battle against criminals actually keeps this nation and the lives and property of citizens safe from dangerous attacks and complete control of underworld characters. It has been my desire, ever since the day I entered the police department 21 years ago, to help make the Los Angeles Police Force a powerful and efficient crime deterrent. During my first term as chief, I began departmental reorganization, which I am now attempting to complete. The public little knows the constant vigilance necessary on the part of a chief of police to keep a great organization such as ours functioning smoothly and efficiently with its limited manpower over an area of some 450 square miles during these times of social unrest. We believe we have to date brought about remarkable results in crime prevention, and this is due to the cooperation of the public and to the loyalty and personal pride shown by the personnel. It is my honor to lead. Shortly before coming here tonight, I received a monthly report of the crime activities, several features of which should be of interest. To all citizens listening whose investment this department is, these figures show that burglaries decreased 33% in May 1934 over May 1933 last year. Burglaries decreased 16% in May 1934 over April 1934 last month. Robberies decreased 44% in May 1934 over May 1933 last year. Robberies decreased 23% in May 1934 over April 1934 last month. The story I have brought to you this evening will give you a colorful picture of how the Los Angeles Police Department, through its able officers, tracks down and brings to justice certain criminal types. I feel particularly proud of my men for the part they played in solving the crime to be portrayed for you here tonight. This story should make you keenly conscious of the little publicized fact that your police department has but few failures in criminal investigations chalked up against it.
The scene is the Los Angeles County Jail. The time is the summer of 1925. The cast is comprised of Herb Wilson, ex-parson turned notorious mail robber, awaiting transfer to San Quentin to begin a life term, and Chuck Wagner and Sam Sandberg, being held under charges of robbery for the theft of $19,000 from an oil company messenger. The curtain rises on two adjacent cells, one occupied by Wilson, the other by Sandberg and Wagner, who are at this moment being readmitted to their cell by a guard. The play begins.
Well, Chuck, that's well.
Yeah, it won't be long now till we're out of this.
Pipe down. Listen. That's Herb. Tap back to him. Can you hear me? Not very well. Come on up to the front of the cell. Okay. Yeah, how's this? Better. How'd you make out? Our mouthpiece is going to spring us okay. That's swell. How much, Peters? $10,000 bond. A piece? Yeah. That's pretty high. You think you guys are worth it? Why, sure we do. How about it, Chuck? They're damn tootin' we are. Once we get out of this bogey, we'll knock over that much in no time. How? Holding up messengers? Maybe. Then why don't you birds wise up? What do you mean? Well, if you don't, you'll be spending the rest of your lives in stir. You're all fine on the talk. Look where you are. Yeah. Well, I never went to the canyon for no lousy few grand. I done pretty well while I was knocking them over. And now they got me for good. Well, that's okay, too. But it ain't no reason why I shouldn't just stare a couple of pals of mine straight. Of course, if you don't want the benefit of my advice, that's different. No, it ain't that, Herb. Sure. We'd like to hear your angle. Well, how about you, Sam? Sure, I would. Come on, let's hear what's on your mind. Okay. Now get this. Sam, you got the big stride of Beverwood this fall for that car, then, don't you? Yeah. And you've got to be there, don't you? All right. The rest will come after me. Right. Now, as you ride the route back to Leavenworth, you won't have a prayer of beating that rat. You got to have dough for a mouthpiece. That's right. That's what we were trying to get when they picked us up on this job. Okay, that's because you were dumb. Now, here's what you ought to do. As soon as your mouthpiece springs you, you ought to knock over the United States mail. The United States mail? Quiet. Here comes the guard. Get back in your cell till we pass. Chuck, do something. Go on, sing.
Oh,
was that whispering I heard down this way?
What whispering? Nobody was whispering. I was just trying to get the words to that song.
Well, stop trying. And if you do get 'em, I'll turn the hose on you and cool you off. You mugs ain't here to study some remedy.
Answer him, Sam. Hey, we gotta be more careful. That turnkey will move us apart if he gets wise. Okay, we'll be careful. Yeah, you were spewing something about holding up the mail. Yeah, but her, that's bad dope mixing up with federals. Well, you're mixed up with them now anyway, ain't you? Yeah, but robbing the mail, that carries an awful rap. Say, it'd be worth it to knock over nothing one job to take it on the land for good, wouldn't it? Yeah, but what's the matter with you? Ain't you got no guts? Sure I got guts. Okay. Now there's some tricks about robbing the mail that you ought to know. For instance, it ain't no good knocking over the regular mail trucks. All they carry is love letters, advertisements, and magazines. You want the registered mail. Yeah, but how do you know the difference? Well, in the first place, you got to hold up the trucks. It's no good walking into a post office. Let the postal next to you work for you. How do you mean? Well, when the mail leaves the downtown post office from the railroad station, it's divided. Straight mail goes in one truck and registered mail in another. Well, how do you tell the difference? I was coming to that. Regular mail is guarded by the driver alone. The registered mail truck carries a driver, a guard, and a postal clerk. Knock over the truck with 3 guys in it and let the other one go by. Say, that's simple. Sure it is. But now sometimes the registered mail truck carries some sacks of regular mail, and you don't want to bother with that. Well, how do you know the difference? It's a cinch. The locks of the sacks are different. The lock on a registered mail sack.
In Sandberg and Wagner, Herb Wilson finds eager pupils. During the long days they pass in prison, waiting the arrangements for their bail, the 2 Tyrol mail robbers learn in every detail the technique of the highly specialized job of looting the post. Then, as soon as they're released on $10,000 bonds, they propose the mail job to their confederates, Dago Frank Tesquiona, Jack Davidson, and Harry Burke. Plans are carefully laid. And at 9:20 on the night of October the 7th, 1925, Wagner, Tesquiona, and Sandberg are loitering in the shadows along 3rd Street.
Herb tells me the truck leaves the arcade station at 9:15. They ought to be along here any minute now.
Guess they load onto the eastbound limited that pulls out of the Santa Fe at 9:45.
Yeah, I think they do.
Say, where's the jock and the kid? I thought they were going to be along, huh?
No, I sent them out to steal another car. We're going to have to make a quick getaway when we pull this job.
We can. Here comes the truck now.
That's the regular mail.
How you know that?
Just the driver aboard. Here's number 2. Let's see what she carries. Regular mail, too.
Look, here comes another one.
That's it. See those 3 guys up front?
Sure.
That's the guard and the postal clerk with the driver. And say, look, it's the last truck. If they run them in that auto tomorrow night, it's a cinch.
At the same time the following night, a high-powered touring car is parked, motor idling at the corner of Traction Avenue and 3rd Street. Sparsely spaced arc lights throw a feebly flickering glow on the deserted street. A busy mart of trade by day. At night, this quarter of the city furnishes a splendid setting for the crime. Oh, the picture is perfect. 6 desperate criminals, armed with sawed-off shotguns, lurking in the shadow of a warehouse, waiting to rob the mail. It's the mail. It sounds like the dream of a dime novel author, but it's a fact. This is what happened.
Ought to be along any minute now. Everybody know what he's to do?
Sure. Chuck and me, we hold the guns on him.
Right, Jack, drive. And don't let that motor down.
Oh, don't worry, I won't.
And the kid and I cover him from the car.
Yeah, and I throw the spot on him.
All right, now hold everything. Here they come. That's the regular mail. Here comes the next one. Come on your toes, boys. Number 2. That's regular mail, too.
That's a break. One laugh again.
And here she comes. All right, boys. Let's go, Jack.
Okay.
Okay, Jack. Crowd them over.
All right.
Get over
Get down, all of you.
Madame, a quick stew.
Lay off that gun, mister. I'll spray you. Take them gaps away from him, Frank.
Hold on, I'm going to get...
Now pile into this car and keep your trap shut. Hey, what are you getting me in for, Sam? I thought you wanted me to help on a hijacking job.
Well, what's the difference?
Yeah, but this is the mail.
Well, it's still hijacking. You're in on it, so shut up. Come on, you guys. Get in there.
Okay, Chuck, you drive the car.
Right, come on, Frank. Follow us, boys.
Piloted by the bandits, the mail truck is driven 12 blocks, closely followed by the robber's car. At the end of the trip, it is steered into a vacant lot and parked against a brick wall. Safe from the prying eyes of passing traffic, the bandits line up, the post office employees facing the wall. As one of the mob holds a shotgun on the terrified men, another frisks them for the keys to the truck. Then, under the glare of a spotlight, 20 sacks of registered mail are quickly transferred to 2 other automobiles that have been parked in the lot. This task rapidly performed, the outlaws get into an argument.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you something. We should have bumped them all off.
I don't see what we got to do that for, Frank.
What's the matter then? You're too much, huh? They've seen us enough to recognize again.
Yeah, but it don't seem right to kill him in cold blood.
But I'm going to tell you, it's the only way. If you don't do this thing, you're going to be sorry.
Hey, what do you boys think about it?
He's right, Chuck.
Sure, I'm
Well, I don't see any sense in adding murder to the rap.
What's the difference? When you monkey with the federal government, you might as well go the whole way.
Hey, wait a minute. How's this? Let's give him a sporting chance. We'll toss a coin for it.
Well, all right, but I'm telling you, you're going to be sorry, that's all.
Sure, that's fair enough.
Hey, you over there.
Who, me?
Yeah, you do.
What do you want?
I'm going to toss a coin. Call your choice.
What's the big idea?
If you lose, we bump you. Heard me. Here goes. What do you want?
Heads.
Heads it is.
Oh, but I'm telling you, we should have pumped them off.
Oh, shut up. We said we'd give them a chance, didn't we? And they won. Well, come on, you birds. Get in this truck. We're going to make some registered mail out of you.
What are you going to do now?
Don't worry. We're just locking you up in the cage here so you can't tip them off too soon. Come on, get in there and make it snappy.
Step on it, step on it. Come on and get in there. The trouble with you, you got too much of good luck. Now, come on. Now, snap onto the padlock.
A fine-looking bunch of Christmas packages you are.
Robbery detail, Captain Cato speaking.
What?
Yes, right away. Hey, boys, it's a holdup, United States Mail. Certain question. Wallace, you and Hamlin come along with me. Make it snappy.
Captain Cato and his men arrive at the scene of the robbery a few short minutes after the bandits have made their getaway. They release the frightened post office employees, and from their excited and garbled accounts, they reconstruct the crime. However, everything has happened so quickly, and there's been so little light, that none of the men can help the police with a very adequate identification of the robbers. No fingerprints are found on the mail truck, and although Captain Cato prosecutes the investigation to the utmost, little headway is made until late the next day, when a suspicious citizen unwittingly comes to the assistance of the police.
Yes, sir. What can I do for you?
Policeman, I've been all over this place, and finally they sent me to you.
Yes, well, what is it?
Well, I shouldn't want to cause any trouble, but I got my suspicions.
Suspicions about what?
About this $20 bill here.
Well, what about it?
No, a fellow owed me $20, see? And he paid me back today, and he says, this ain't counterfeit, but don't take it to the bank. And so I got my suspicions. I ain't going to be done out of no money. I want you to tell me if this money's good or there ain't it.
Well, where'd you get it?
I'm telling you where I got it.
Yes, but what was the name of the man who gave it to you?
Why, Robert Cargo's his name.
Where does he live?
Start, I don't know.
Know where he works?
Sure, in a garage by Whittier Boulevard. But would you telling me if this money is any good?
Well, I can't tell you tonight. Our money expert isn't here. But I'll tell you what I'll do.
What will you do?
I'll give you 2 $10 bills for that 20.
What? Mr. Yamashuga? What do you want it for?
Well, I can't tell whether it's counterfeit or not. And you want to be sure. So I'll give you good money for it.
Why should you be taking a chance like that?
Listen, do you want good money or not? I'm doing you a favor.
Well, I should be turning down good money. All right, so I'll take it.
Good. Here you are.
Thank you, mister.
You're welcome. Good night.
No, good night.
Send Wallace in here.
You want to see me, Captain?
Yes. You got the serial numbers of that dough lost in the mail robbery?
Yes, right here.
Let me see it. Uh-huh. Here it is.
What's that?
One of the bills stolen from the mail truck last night. We're looking up a mechanic by the name of Cargo in the morning.
Early the next morning, Detectives Hamlin and Wallace park their car a few blocks from the garage in which Cargo is employed. And Wallace walks to the garage, tells Cargo that his engine has gone dead, and asks him to come to look at it. The young man, suspecting nothing, returns to the waiting car with the detective.
Here we are, this black sedan.
Now, what seems to be the matter?
And that's what we want to find out. You're under arrest.
Hey, what is this?
Snap the bracelets on him, Hamlin.
Right.
Now get in that car.
Hey, wait a minute.
Shut up. Get in. I'll drive.
Now, Cargo, what do you know about that mail robbery the other night?
What mail robbery? I don't know nothing.
Oh, yes, you do.
Well, I tell you, I don't.
You know plenty about it, Cargo, and you're going to tell us everything you know.
Well, Wallace, what did you get on Cargo?
Nothing, Captain. He denies everything, but he's guilty as the devil.
Well, I've been checking up on his acquaintances. His girlfriend got $600 from him this morning.
Yeah?
Yeah. We just bought her in. She says that he told her that he had gotten it from a sale of some property back east. She looks innocent enough.
Well, in that case, I can see a way to make him talk. He's just next door. Let's bring him in.
Okay.
Come on in here, Cargo. Sit down. Where'd you get that $600 you gave your girl this morning?
What?
You heard me. Where'd you get that dough?
Oh, I never gave no one $600.
Oh, yes, you did. You gave it to your girl.
I haven't got a girl.
Yes, you have. Her name's Betty Park.
How did you find out?
She's under arrest right now.
Under arrest?
Yes, under arrest. Now, where'd you get that money you gave her?
Well, I got it from the sale of some property in Chicago.
That's a lie.
No, it isn't.
It's a lie, Cargo. You got that money from mail robbery.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did, and you gave the money to your girl, and she's going to the penitentiary for receiving stolen goods.
What?
To the penitentiary for receiving stolen goods.
No, wait a minute. You can't do that. She hasn't done anything. She thought I got that dough from the east.
But you didn't.
No, that is...
All right, Cargo. Come clean.
Listen, if I do, will you lay off, Betty?
Well, I think that could be arranged if you'll tell us what you know.
Okay. In the first place, I didn't know we were going to knock over the mail. Chuck had propositioned me to go into a hijacking deal with him.
Who's Chuck?
Chuck Wagner.
Go ahead.
Well, I didn't know any of the other guys. I never met them until the night we pulled the job.
What were their names?
I don't remember. Honest, I don't.
All right. What happened?
Well, we started off at the corner of 3rd and Traction, and we got there about...
Cargo's confession leads the officers to Chuck Wagner's apartment. They enter the place with a pass key while he is out and lock the door behind them.
Well, doesn't look like he skipped.
No, his clothes are all here.
Uh-oh. Look here. A pearl-handled revolver. Say, it's a beauty. Look at that design.
Yeah. I want to take a look around and see if he's cached any of that dough around here anywhere. Hey, come on. Quit playing with that gun. Let's search the joint.
You know, the construction of this gun interests me. I never told you about my granddad's collection of guns, did I?
No, save it for a quiet winter's evening.
Look, I got an idea.
What?
We'll wait till he comes in, hide in this closet here, and then we'll let him walk over to the dresser.
Yeah, so he can get that gat and bump us off, huh?
No, I want to play a joke on him.
Ah, look, we're not here to play jokes.
Pipe down. Now, here's someone in the hall now.
Quick, in this closet.
You're under arrest, Wagner.
What? Why, you're dirty. What's the matter with this cat?
It's no use, Wagner. I took out the firing pin. My granddad had a gun just like that.
Okay. I guess you got me.
Stick your arms out, Wagner. There. That's just to make sure you don't run away on us.
What?
Sure you don't run away on us.
What?
Sure you don't run away on us.
Well, maybe you wouldn't mind telling me what the charge is.
Robbing the mails.
Yes.
Robbing the mails.
What? Say, you guys are making a mistake. I run a tire repairing business. I don't know nothing about a mail robbery. I don't know nothing about a mail robbery. What mail robbery?
Well, we must tell you. It was the one the other night on 3rd Street. I suppose you don't know anything about that.
Well, only what I read in the newspapers.
Yeah? Well, you're coming along with us for a while. Maybe the accommodations down at headquarters will help to refresh your memory.
Wagner stoutly continues to deny any knowledge of the robbery, but the investigation goes on.
From correspondence found in Wagner's shop, the trail leads to the house of Frank Teschiona on 106th Street. Wallace and Hamron present themselves at the home of the Italian.
Your name, Teschiona?
Sure.
What do you know about a mail robbery on 3rd Street?
Mail robbery. You come here asking me about a mail robbery when I forgot my own trouble.
What's the matter with you? You look like you lost your best friend.
Sure, I've lost my best friend, my wife. She's run away on me.
Well, that's too bad. Now, what about this mail robbery?
She's take $2,000. All of my life's a saving. She's my sweet bambino, sweet little lady. Then she's a leave me, dirty tramp.
Get that, Hamlin. She swiped $2,000 on him.
Yeah. Where'd you get the $2,000, Frank?
Oh, the money she's coming from my savings, from liquor I sell to man Orange County.
Yeah, what was his name?
Oh, please go away. Can't you see I'm all sick and
Who'd you sell the liquor to? Who'd you sell the liquor to?
Oh, I can't remember the name. I will tell you, I'm all broke up. Please go away. Please.
Sure, we'll go away, Frank, and we'll take you with us.
After days of questioning, Teschiona finally admits his participation in the robbery when faced with thousands of dollars worth of loot unearthed by officers in his house. Wagner, told of his pal's confession, denounces him as a double-crosser. But in the end, he leads the officers to a cache near Long Beach where $400,000 worth of bonds and banker's checks are recovered. Lengthy investigation reveals Jack Davidson is a close friend of Wagner's, and he finally admits his guilt, and another $2,000 worth of loot, this time cash, is brought to light. Sandberg is picked up in Kansas City en route to face trial in Leavenworth. $900 more is found in his purse. Testiona's wife is later apprehended in Chicago and returned to Los Angeles under a charge of receiving stolen goods. But the technicality of California law preventing husband from testifying against the wife and vice versa makes it impossible for the prosecution to build a case against her. In October 1925, Cargo, Davidson, Wagner, and Sandberg go on trial. They plead guilty and are quickly sentenced to 25 years in the federal penitentiary on McNeil's Island. Frank Teschiona pleads not guilty and several months later goes on trial. Witnesses from all over the United States appear at the trial to identify the jewelry found on his premises. It is a sunny spring afternoon and the judge delivers his verdict.
Frank Teschiona, you will stand and face the court. Before I pass judgment on you, have you anything to say?
Sure, boss. I'm going to tell you, I'm not guilty. It's a big, lousy firm up. I'm not to do anything.
Frank Teschiona, the jury has heard all the facts before it. They have given their verdict, and it is now my duty to pass judgment upon you. Frank Teschiona, I sentence you to serve 32 years in the federal prison.
32 years? Oh, Bartholomew. Oh, Judge, that's too much. It's too much. Where's that lousy cop for the rest of me? Where is he?
Want to see me, Frank?
Sure. I want to tell you one thing. When I'm going to get out, I'm going to kill you.
Well, Frank, my boy, that doesn't worry me much. They'll pat a good many of us on the face with a spade before you get out.
Within 3 months of the time this daring mail robbery was staged, 5 of the 6 bandits were serving time in the penitentiary. 1 man remained at large. He, Harry Burke, was sought all over the United States. In May 1926, Captain Cato received word that he was once more in Los Angeles. Lieutenants Hawtrey, Barr, and Lloyd staked for Burke, and after a wild chase and gunfight, the 6th criminal was wounded and taken into custody. Burke, it was learned, was wanted for a bank robbery in Michigan, and $35,000 worth of his loot was recovered in Los Angeles following his arrest. He pleaded guilty to the mail robbery charge and quickly followed his pals to McNeil Island to serve a term of 25 years. Too much praise cannot go to Captain Cato for the manner in which he brought this case to a speedy conclusion, and through the case he developed, secured a 100% conviction.
Thank you, Chief Davis. The modern police radio car and the modern fire engine are built to deliver dependable service under all conditions and at an instant's notice. it is necessary that such equipment must be powered with dependable gasoline. Rio Grande Cracked with tetraethyl is such a gasoline. In Los Angeles alone, the average mileage of a police car is 216 miles per day, or 78,840 miles per year. With this undeniable proof of dependability to guide you, don't you think that a tank full of Rio Grande Cracked is worth at least a try? Remember, it costs no more. Now, here's a pointer on lubrication. Why not use as good oil as you use gasoline? Sinclair, Pennsylvania, and Sinclair Opaline motor oils are made by the largest independent refiner of lubricating oils in the world. They are sold only in extra-measured tamper-proof cans, thus guaranteeing you against substitution. They are extra refined, giving longer life. Yet Sinclair, Pennsylvania, and Sinclair Opaline cost no more than ordinary, often inferior oil.
Los Angeles Police calling all cars, attention all cars, cancellation broadcast 28. Suspect in U.S. mail robbery now in custody. That's all. Roll concluded.
Based on the confidential files of the Los Angeles Police Department, Calling All Cars is written and produced by William N. Ropen. The orchestra is under the direction of Frederick Stark. This is Frederick Lindsley saying good night for the Rio Grande Oil Company.